What is going on YouTube? It is Devin the Day Trader back with another midday stock review. I hope you guys are doing well. It has been a while since I last uploaded my video. I think the last video I posted was last Thursday, which was one of my biggest trading days of the month. So the reason why is, and why I haven't been posting is nothing really interesting has been going on for the past couple of days. We've been kind of just floating around in no man's land. Today is a green day for me. I got pretty lucky with this trade, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But as far as today goes, after commissions, I am up about $8 on the day, which isn't really too much, but I had to exit the trade early because I had to go get a haircut, and Jerome Powell was speaking at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I was like, you know, it's too risky. Powell says something, pumps the market up, I'm going to get screwed over. So I said, you know what? I'm done taking my quick little $9 gain before commissions, and I'm going to call it a day. Yesterday, I was stuck in a trade the entire day. I think it was on the SPY again. I entered at like 10:01 a.m. Eastern Time, and I literally exited 30 seconds before the market closed, and I ended up break even. And then on Friday, I took a lotto. I don't know what's with me and taking lottos on Fridays, even though I say I'm not going to do it. And I got stopped out for a $5.29 loss. So really overall, still pretty solid month of June. It's really slow, so that's how come my wins is only 30 bucks. But we're slowly clawing back. After today's wins, this puts me up to 13 wins, 9 losses, and which moves my win-loss percentage up to 59.09% since switching brokerages over from E-Trade to Tastyworks. And a big part of why my win-loss has increased so much since I made that switch is because I only need to cover about $1.29 worth of commission as opposed to E-Trades, which was about $15.44. So that's really the ultimate increase in that number. And as you can see here, starting account balance was $3,000. We're currently at $29.45, and we are down about $55 in total. So still got some clawing back to do after the disruptive month that was May. But slowly but surely, we're getting back up there. I'm thinking of throwing in like an extra 25 or 30 bucks just to cover off the commission part of Tastyworks, because I got like a free check in the mail the other day. So maybe we'll see how the rest of the week unfolds, but hopefully we can close out the month of June for 4 weeks of green. That would be phenomenal. So let me go over the trade I took today, since of course that is why you guys have probably clicked on the video. And then once again, I'm sorry, my free trial ran out on TradingView, so it's not going to be as clean as my other videos. So I wasn't really too sure what to expect in today's trading day, simply because yesterday was so slow and we were kind of cracking below the 20 EMA, which is held as support for quite a while now. So I didn't really know what was going to happen, so I was just kind of sitting on my hands for the first couple minutes or so. A really nice strong drawdown, retested the 10 moving average and then fell lower. So I was looking at this trade back here during around 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It looks like you kind of have a Morningstar reversal pattern right there, right? You got a nice bearish candle followed by a somewhat of a bullish candle and then a pretty strong bullish candle. But I figured that since we were already down about $1 on the day, that I knew this pattern might have trapped in some people. So the entry on this was really simple. So if we broke below this bullish candle's low at 10:20 a.m. Eastern Time, that was going to be my entry. So I put the order in right there. This was my entry. My stop was at 293.40 because I figured that if this trade ended up going Rambo mode on me, then it would have been some form of a weird double bottom. We would have probably done something like this and then hit my stop and then retested before going higher. Luckily that didn't happen, but that was my thought process, that if we ended up getting to this level, chances are that we probably would have turned green on the day anyways. So I just wanted to really be safe and and see what was happening. So after this pattern formed right here, we did get the retest down, and I got triggered in pretty close. Sorry about that. I ended up getting triggered in a few minutes after putting that order. I think I got filled at 10:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it was a little bit higher than, or 10:30, I don't even know. I forgot when I got filled on this one, actually. It was around here, though, for sure. For some reason, I thought it was 10:01, but it might have been 10:31 or something like that. I'm not too entirely sure. But nonetheless, around this level was my entry. And as soon as I entered, not much really happened. We chopped around for a little bit. I thought today was going to be another day where I've had to hold the stock all day before we got that last couple minute flush. But luck was on my side, and it is okay to get lucky every now and again, especially when you are trading choppy markets like this one. This drawdown primarily right here was caused by, I don't remember who exactly it was or which government official it was, but they said that having a 50 basis point cut was out of the question, and it would probably be unreasonable, as it would only just be used to continue to pump the markets, and people didn't like that at all. We got a really nice flash crash here, which definitely helped out my position, and then ultimately I closed out the position at like 291.85 on this green candle right here, because I had to get to my haircut for one. I missed quite a bit of movement by doing so, but Powell was going to talk at 1 p.m. So I figured that I'd better just take the position off now than hold it to see what exactly happens. And if I held it, it would have worked out really well. I probably would have made about $50. And then there it is right there, stock slide after Fed Powell emphasizes wait and see stance on rates. I don't really know what his speech was. I could really care less. But that's really what's probably fueling this move down lower. And if you guys have been watching my videos for the last couple of weeks or so, you remember me saying that the last time that we have closed in the red more than $1 was back on May 31st. So I know I've been saying that for quite a while, and that it doesn't really make sense for me to start bragging about it now, especially because, of course, it was going to happen eventually. There was no way that we were going to continue up at the rate that we were. But today is a good day. We needed this day. We're finally retesting the 10 moving average, which took way too long to do, almost the entire month of June before we got back down to that level. So where do we head from here? I don't think it would be unreasonable to fill this gap from the 17th of June. I think we'll get there soon. My best guess is that we close around this level right here, maybe gap a little lower tomorrow before forming some form of hammer candle off of the 20 moving average to fill that gap and then trade a little higher. This is a failed breakout, by the way. We did end up making new all-time highs on the SPY, but we're sort of teetering off. The volume decrease has been really substantial. We never got the close above the all-time highs. So this does look like it's a quadruple top at this point in time. You have one top there, one top there, one top there, and one top there. So this could be a potential quadruple top. Not really too sure, but this lack in volume and followed by this heavy selling has me a little worried. And it does make sense if we retrace about half of this massive move, because we were just so overextended. And yesterday you could have literally taken a nap and not missed a single move. So there's that. I almost took a trade on Nvidia midday, which would have worked gorgeously. This would have been probably my best trade that I've ever had. So the markets were down about $1, and I seen Nvidia, and it was just straight up cranking. I think at the high up here it was up about $3.20 or something completely silly. And I was going to take this trade bearish around this level, around 155.50, but I do have an unwritten rule that says I'm not allowed to take an opposite direction on a stock that's up so much on a day where the market's not cooperating. So the markets were down $1. This was up $2, $3 at most. And I was like, there's got to be an underlying reason why this stock is running as hard as it is. And I don't really want to get in the way of it. If you wanted to take this trade, this is something that you could have done. Sort of an evening star reversal. It's been a while since we've seen one of these because the volume has been so light and the movement has been so sideways. But your really strong bullish candle followed by a bearish candle and then followed by another bearish candle. This isn't the most perfect evening star reversal. To make it a trade that I would have taken, I would have liked to close underneath this bullish candle right there. But it never ended up coming. But if you missed that, you could have gotten the retest off of the low of this bullish candle and then just ended up riding it lower. So that would have worked out pretty well. I would have taken that. If I held on to the trade for the entire move, which I probably wouldn't have done, I probably would have taken it off on the same exact time frame that I took off the SPY at. And ironically, the SPY trade worked better than this trade in the long run, with hindsight being 20/20. So there's that, but if you really wanted to, I could just set it up real quick to show you guys what you could have looked for. So again, the low of that bullish candle, whether you got the breakdown or if you bought the retest, that would have been your entry. You could have played conservatively on this if you wanted to. I know when I was looking at it, I didn't want to keep a $1 stop because that was just a little bit higher than the highs, and I didn't want to break that level, come back up and then get a little bit higher than that before finally rolling over. So what I would have done if I did take this trade, I either would have done $1.50 or a $2 stop. But for just simple math and to make it even, I'll just put it smack dab in the middle at 156.75. So that could have been your stop. And then ultimately, completely up to you on where you wanted your target to be. You could have had it right there off of the 200. You could have had it right there at the 100. You know, entirely up to you what your risk reward is. You could have had it down here at the low of day. And this would have been a fantastic trade if you had the patience to hold it. Nearly a $3.50 move. So you had that going for you. So that would have been nice. Other than that, I didn't really check to see what else was happening. Apple getting demolished right now. Not really too shocking. Baba still hanging in there. Facebook, another really big down day for Facebook after people kind of got lured into their cryptocurrency coin that they're going to be coming out with. So Facebook's still getting demolished. That's a hard one to trade. Netflix don't normally trade that. Tesla, Google, Amazon down big. So I think that's going to be it for me today. Who knows when the market closes where it's going to end up. We still have about 40 minutes left before that actually happens. Today is surprisingly still pretty light on volume, as we've only seen about 47 million shares traded. I mean, granted, we're a little bit more volume than yesterday. So still really light on volume, which is really surprising to me considering all of the headlines that came out today. I thought this would have been, you know, 50, 60, 70 million volume type of day, especially considering we're down 0.88%. So really exciting times. I'm glad that it seems like we're trying to break out of this consolidation zone that we've been in. I apologize for my phone ringing. You're just going to have to deal with it. But yeah, curious to see how we close, where we close, and how the rest of the week shapes up. And hopefully I can close out the month of June as well as I started it. So that's going to be it for me today. If you guys learned something new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below if you learned something new and what that thing was. And make sure to like the video as always. I think that's going to be it for me today. I will see you all next time. Thanks.